Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babak Bagede Imo Television, Hamjibril Munirat. First are the major headlines for today. Buhari pardons former governors Dariye and Nyame jailed for corruption. Court to move Kano's terrorism trial to new venue. On attack train, families of abducted passengers protest. Kidnappers of traditional ruler in Abuja gives family 24 hours to raise 6 million naira or risk his death. Amotekun arrest Anini Osumbo Oyenusi in Ondo State. Gunmen attack Imo community, kill Inec staff. Now the news in detail. The Council of State led by President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the pardon of 159 convicts. These include former Plateau State Governor Joshua Dariye and ex-governor of Taraba, Jolly Unyami. Dariye and Unyami were both jailed for stealing 1.16 billion naira and 1.6 billion naira respectively. The two former governors, who are members of the All Progressive Congress, were convicted by Justice Adebukola Banjoko of the Abuja High Court in 2018. Dariye, who was Plateau governor from 1999 to 2007, was sentenced to 14 years in prison, but his term was eventually reduced to 10 years by the Court of Appeal in Abuja, while his conviction was affirmed by the Supreme Court. For Hunyame, who was Taraba governor from 1999 to 2007, he was sentenced to 12 years in prison for stealing 1.6 billion naira from the state's treasury. The judgment was also upheld by the Supreme Court. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, addressing journalists after the Council of State meeting on Thursday, noted that the Council approved 159 out of 162 applications presented for consideration for the prerogative of mercy for convicts and inmates in correctional facilities nationwide. The Federal High Court in Abuja is set to move the venue of the trial of indigenous people of Biafra leader Nnamdi Kanu, to the Code of Conduct Tribunal headquarters in Abuja. It is in reaction to complaints about the discomfort experienced during proceedings in Kanu's treasonable felony trial, which usually attracts many security agents. The decision is contained in a new set of practice directions on hearing of terrorism issued by the Chief Judge, Justice John. The court spokesperson, Catherine Obi Christopher, said in a statement that the practice directions to be cited as the Federal High Court practice directions takes immediate effect. On attack train, families of abducted passengers protest. An expectant mother and her husband, a couple and two sisters, are among those being held by terrorists who attacked an Abuja-Kaduna train. It was learned yesterday. Haliyu Mahmood, a relative of the 7-month pregnant woman, was among the victims' families who staged a peaceful protest at the Radio House in Abuja yesterday. The protesters, who bore placards, spoke with reporters. Terrorists on March 28 blew up rail tracks on the Abuja-Kaduna route, killing 8 passengers. No fewer than 41 people were injured. Many were abducted. Kidnappers of the abducted traditional ruler of Bukwe community in Kwali Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory, Hassan Shamidozi, have given the family 24 hours to raise 6 million naira or risk his death. The traditional ruler was abducted 2 weeks ago and a ransom of 20 million naira placed on his head. The ransom was, however, slashed to 6 million naira following negotiations. A source from the traditional ruler family told Daily Post that the abductors called on phone and threatened to kill the traditional ruler if the family failed to raise the 6 million naira in the next 24 hours. Amotekun arrest Anini Osumbo Oyenusi in Ondo State. Men of the Ondo State Security Network Agency, Amotekun, have apprehended 3 notorious robbers who have been terrorizing communities in the state, Timileyin Femi, 13, Sunday Ojo, 16, and Mati Lowe, 16, were dubbed Anini Oyenusi and Monday Osumbo, respectively, in the criminal world. The accused, who were paraded before the headquarters of Amotekun in Alagbaka, Akure, the state capital, confessed to being daredevil armed robbers and that they are taking part in over 40 robbery operations. The accused, who were paraded, I beg your pardon, Femi, also known as Anini, said he began robbing when he was 12 years old and that his mother, Iyabo Femi, used to give him charm to keep him from being caught. He said, "I used to keep my gun inside the ceiling and sometimes I used to give it to our herbalist to keep. After robbery operations, we used to hand over the stolen goods to the herbalist, who in turn sell it, but we don't hand over any cash to him. I have participated in about 46 operations," Anini said. Finally, gunmen attack Imo community, kill Inec staff. There was pandemonium on Thursday as gunmen numbering 12 attacked some adult staff members of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, in Nkwo Iite Market, Imo State. It was learned that the INEC adult staff were registering members of the community for the 2023 general elections when the gunmen attacked. INEC officer in charge of the registration process was shot by the unknown gunmen. Confirming the attack, an eyewitness, Chief Okwebo, said, "We had all gathered in the village square in obedience to the directive that we should come out en masse to register. Not too long we queued. The gunmen came in, shot sporadically, herded many into a room with threats to kill them, while others scampered for safety. As of the time of filing this report, the gunmen were said to have killed an INEC official, while the total number of deaths is unclear." That was the news. But before we go, here are the major headlines once again. Buhari pardons former governors Dariye, Onyame, jailed for corruption. Court to move Kanu's terrorism trial to new venue. On attack train, families of abducted passengers protest. Kidnappers of traditional ruler in Abuja gives family 24 hours to raise 6 million naira or risk his death. Amotekun arrest Anini Osumbo Oyenusi in Ondo State. Gunmen attack Imo community, kill INEC staff. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media pages. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. On YouTube, Bagede Imo Television. Don't forget to click on the red subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Good afternoon once again. I'm Jibril Munirat.